Mesdames, Messieurs, il est l'heure d'aborder la troisième finale de la journée, finale double homme 14. Merci d'accueillir les athlètes en l'air de jeu.
Please welcome the athletes into the arena for the mixed double 7 gold medal match.
Ils sont tête de série numéro 4, représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Hello and welcome back to Paris, everybody, on day 4 of the Paralympic Games 2024. Wherever you're watching on from around the world, it's great to have your company in the South Paris arena. Our focus is on table tennis, particularly the men's doubles final, and China's pair are here heading the way to table 1, and they are the number 4 seeds, Liao Ke and Yan Shuo, and their opponents from Thailand, the number 1 seeds. They take their place. Pisit Wangpong Panasiri and Rong Taniyom are Thailand's great hopes for gold in this men's doubles gold medal match. Now, this man here has been having a very busy time of things. He was at the Taekwondo arena last night to see Thailand take medals there. He's becoming a hit of the Games. And aiming to hit the heights, though, here again will be China, looking for gold. But up against it, against this Thai duo, which are not just highly rated by the seedings, but with a track record which is enviable, form which is impressive in getting to this final as well. I'm joined once again in the table tennis arena by John McPherson from Canada, a national team coach for many years, a Paralympian from back in Sydney 2000. John, it's great to have you with us again.
It's great to be here. Again, you're right, this is going to be a great match. This is men's doubles 14. Which means it's a combination of your class up to 14. For instance, it can be a 6 and an 8, which is what the Thailand team is, which is 14, or 2 7s, which is the People's Republic of China, again, totaling 14. So that's how they decide the designations in terms of how the doubles teams are put together.
The classification system in table tennis is wide. There's 11 categories, 1 to 11, and individually everyone is classified. And as you mentioned, John, for Thailand, 1 player in class 6 in Rong Taniyom, and 1 player in class 8 in Wongpom Pat Hanasiri. So Wongpom Pat Hanasiri on the right-hand side here, and Rong Taniyom on the left-hand side. He's a sensation in Thailand in para table tennis because back in London in 2012, he became the first singles table tennis champion Thailand had ever had at the Paralympic Games. And he's since backed that up with bronze in Rio and bronze in Tokyo as well. 37 years of age is Taniyom. And for China, they're not short of caliber as well to point to, and these two have experience together, and they have individual experience too. Yan Shuo is the Paralympic singles champion from Tokyo in his class, in class 7. A shot here of Taniyom, just waiting to be presented to the arena, and chatting with Wongpong Pat Hanasiri. Training for both the pairs is so intensive. 40 hours a week is what Pisit Wongpong Pat Hanasiri is able to commit to in Thailand. When you're the number 1 seeds, that is why, because they are at the table week in, week out, making sure they are ready and at peak performance ahead of the Paralympic Games.
You just noticed the coin flip was done to decide on who serves first, or they can defer to their opponents and then choose sides if you wish. The rackets were just laid out a minute ago so that the opposing players can look at their opponent's rackets, because these days in particular, there's a lot of different rubbers and smooth surfaces versus pips or pimpled rubber that can do different types of spins and return of spins. So therefore, it's very imperative that you know what type of racket your opponent has so you can prepare for certain types of returns.
So these are the vanquished opponents en route to the final. Paul Karabardak and Billy Shilton of Great Britain went down in the semi-final. It was the number 6 seeds of Great Britain that were beaten, but straight games, 11-9, 11-9, 11-7. In the quarterfinals, they beat the alternative Chinese pair, the number 5 seeds in Huang and Peng, and they beat them 3-1. This is how China have progressed to this point as well, not dropping a game either. Semi-finals, they upset the hosts, the French, the number 2 seeds as well in Clément Berthier and Esteban Hero. Jens Skuldberg Hansen of Denmark is our chair umpire, assisted by Jonas Kivimäki of Finland.
Championships in 2022 became the first table tennis player representing Thailand to win a gold medal at the Paralympic Games when he claimed the men's class 6 singles title at London Roy Taylor.
So here we go in the men's doubles class 14 gold medal contest.
Nice rally, nice drive by the Thailand players wide, but the ball was returned and then they finished it in the middle. Strategically, the middle can be a very, very important part of the table.
What's your terminology, John? Because we talk in table tennis about the crossover point sometimes when you catch someone right in the middle of their chest and you force them to make a decision. Is that the type of thing we're talking about here?
It certainly is. I mean, another great rally. To be jammed at your body, it's hard to stroke the ball because your racket's going to be impeded by your body. So often people will do what they call a banana, where they go a side spin, top spin shot, rotating with the wrist. So that's one way of getting out of it. Or simply moving your feet and trying to get free your body from being jammed. So there's that at the body and going wide, of course.
They're mixing it up, Thailand, at the moment, with those wide-angled shots, as well as down the middle for a 5-1 lead.
That ball, for instance, was right at the body. Tried to angle it, but just got jammed up a bit.
Oh, lovely. Just took all the weight off it. And extra bit of side spin. And it just dropped off the edge, agonizingly away from China and Liao.
Judging by the sounds and the trajectory of the ball, several of these players are using pimpled rubber, and that will deaden the ball big time, but it also allows you to angle by taking the spin and speed off the ball, and also great for service return as well. Not as great to be an offensive player, but very, very good at defending and angling.
I have to say, John, that's incredible that you're able to hear the sound of the pimples and identify it through that. Long push from Thailand, and over comes Panayom to say, that's good. That's what we wanted. Not quite the execution on that occasion. That's a good shot, isn't it, from Liao? That step around forehand, John, he's known for it, Liao.
Yes, he is. The problem with that ball from the Thailand player was that it was just too long and allowed him to pivot on that, we call pivoting, and attack.
Amongst that, the backhand flick from Wongpong Hanasiri here. I think this is the last shot. It was the shot before this that he executed at China point.
Unbelievable rally. Unbelievable. Topspin, lobs, lobbing, of course, off table, and then finish it with an attack kill. And I believe that was returned with pips. You could hear the sound, the hollow sound, and it just floated off the table. Oh, another fantastic rally. Brilliant piece of work. Moving the ball, setting it up with a short ball, heavy topspin, and moving the ball all over the table, pulling your opponents out of position.
A couple of great gets from China within the rally, but not enough to win the point. 4 game points for Thailand. Another lovely construction for the point to finish what they started in game number 1. 11-6, Thailand win the first game in the men's doubles final.
What you see there, I think, Jack, is a build-up. The rally starts slow, then there's some smooth toss spins, and what has been happening with the Chinese team, they've been slowly backing up from the table, which gives more angle and more opportunity to the Thailand players to move the ball around and gives them more angle, while reducing the opportunity for the Chinese player because their target is moving away from them because they're backing up.
I love the slice backhand from Wongpong Hanasiri. John, that's what I would call a strawberry flick. What's your terminology?
I'll just tell you, just rotation with the wrist with some backspin and side spin. And again, I think there was pips used there too, so there wouldn't be much spin in the ball. It would tend to float, but it's very effective because it just doesn't go long usually.
Yes, sir.
Game number 2, and China to serve.
Second game, Yan to serve, level.
Another beautiful shot right down the middle of the table. Again, the middle is a crucial place to play because if it's deep, it's going to be at your body. And you have to move out of the way or find a way of getting that ball back with your backhand.
Backhand spin, or rather slice, but an underspin created by Taniyom. And he's living up to the billing so far. Wrong Taniyom.
That was a nice shot. Again, with pips, it looks like it appears there's spin, but virtually no spin at all. It's a rotation sideways. There you can see him when he angles it sideways, but there's no spin on the ball. And it's a red rubber that is producing virtually no spin, but a great return and deep. Nice shots.
And then with the red rubber, hitting it flat as well, John.
Yes, and that's not easy to do with pimpled rubber, hitting the ball. It's extremely difficult.
Apologies, John, for interrupting, but it's an interesting discussion, pimples, and after this point, let's hear a little bit more about it, if it's okay, because not everyone has to have them, but some people choose to.
There, an example there where, of course, the black rubber is a smooth rubber, which produces spin and speed, while the red rubber is more of a defensive rubber to set yourself up, hopefully, to attack. And some people do anything they call it twiddling, where they will rotate it with their wrists.
Lovely serve.
Yes, it was. And he uses backhand on his forehand, which was awkward. It was a good serve. It was nice and short. Again, that was another pip return, but it was high and no spin. And the Chinese player just angled the ball away from the returning player. Very effective.
Getting some form now, the Chinese pair. They're into the final. Number 4 seeds off to a slower start than the Thai number 1 pairing in the first game, and now they are showing what they're about as well. Oh, that is amazing.
Again, there's virtually no spin on that ball, but it's where he placed it deep in the end, and he kind of angled it a little. Well, he did basically a wrist shot. It was great, great position on the table.
Wrist shot down the parallel. Good lead this for China. 3 points up in the second game.
That ball came off his finger, so he didn't quite analyze that spin efficiently, and as a result, off the finger. There was definitely spin on that service.
The Paris 2024 logo, it's the only identifier the players have for seeing what spin is on the ball.
So much going on with different spins and speeds and no spins. There's a lot going on with that ball. It's very strategic.
I was going to say, John, better than putting loads of spin on the ball is putting spin on a ball that your opponent can't read.
Absolutely.
It's good recovery. That was really catching Thailand by surprise there, I think, that one.
Yes, he was going to go across over and attack from the forehand side, and he got fooled a little bit, for sure.
Let's check himself, Taniyom. And that bounces over the racket of Wongpon Hanasiri. China staying ahead and now looking to close this out.
10-6.
Over ambition on the serve, perhaps. But under pressure, needing to win that point. 4 game points for China in game number 2. Step around forehand. It would have been spectacular from Liao.
That was a really nice block, back deep. Consequently, timing is off a bit. They're pushing them. Let's see how this goes. Crucial game for the Chinese, absolutely.
get it right through Yan for game number 2.
China wins second game.
China converts and they level up the gold medal contest. And they were in front from early on in the game. They saw it home. 11-8.
Dans la deuxième manche, les Thaïlandais avaient remporté la première 11-6.
What a game! Table 1. Games are tied between Thailand and People's Republic of China. 1-1 with 11-6 and 8-11.
On rappelle qu'à la table, 3 des 4 joueurs ont déjà connu les joies d'un ou plusieurs titres paralympiques. C'est la première finale en revanche du côté de la Thaïlande pour Physit Wongfungfat Alaziri qui va tenter de s'emparer de l'or.
Yeah, he's playing his very first gold medal match during Paralympics. It's Physit Wongfungfat Alaziri.
So the Chinese pair with a shared hero worship, let's say, of Ma Long, the man who's regarded as maybe the greatest of all time in table tennis in China. Competed in Paris. Ma Long winning in the men's team competition, but both Liao Ke and Yan Shuo hold him up as the man they admire the most in the sport. And actually you can see that in Liao Ke game. When he does that step around forehand, it is reminiscent of Ma Long, the man they call the Marvelous One.
Third game. Thailand to serve. Level.
And they've shown his steel to get back into this.
1-0.
I think you can find the first 4 or 5 points. One can establish a psychological advantage if you can get out to a quick start. Again, in the olden days, as I call it, games used to go to 21. And now, of course, they go to 11. So things can happen really quickly.
And John, I think they're starting to read the strawberry flick, the side spin backhand flick, quite well now. It was catching China out to begin with.
Great rally.
2-1.
Thailand tried to thread that needle, putting it right on the line. It was only millimeters away from the table.
So much going on, and Taniyom going for broke on that shot. Had he made it, wow, we would have been jumping around here. And he gets much more spin on that one.
What happened to that ball was heavy top spin. You could see it hit and jump sideways, so it was top spin and side spin together.
Yeah, Ke putting great curl on the ball. And from Chongqing in China. He's got a very tricky serve as well to handle. Side's been served, but it goes so flat over the net.
Must have hit the net. The players are acknowledging that that was not necessarily a clean ball. Acknowledging sportsmanship always is important to these players. Simply acknowledgement.
Well, even if you do know it's coming, on the backhand side of Wongpongpan Hanasiri, you can't necessarily stop it when he strikes it that well. That jabbed into Liao off the table.
Sari was trying to go across the table, and the Chinese player put it right in the middle, so he jammed him nicely.
It's a right and left-handed combination as well from China, John, but it's two right-handers. Sorry, it's two right-handers for China. It's right and left for Thailand. What advantage does that give potentially to Thailand, if any?
I think maybe more access to two forehands because you can do it from opposite sides of the table. What a great return. Right-handed, he just turned his body slightly, angled his wrist, and went down the line. It's nicely placed. Super powerful, not necessarily, but well placed.
Big Thailand fan with a big fan in both hands, making noise. And the intimacy in this arena is such that these will be very audible to the Thai players, exactly what fans are saying.
Basically the same thing. The rally took a little longer, but if you noticed, the rally was excellent, and Thaniporn was able to put the ball back down the forehand. Just took an extra shot or two to get it to where he wanted it to go.
Hello.
I call that an inside-out backhand. It's just really nice.
Sign this one in for the archive.
That was brilliant. Inside and out. That's a neat shot. I like that.
And all the more brilliant because he's been playing alternative spin for most of the match.
He'll want that back. It hit the edge of the top of the racket. Purely timing. He was in position to attack that ball. He'd love to have that one back.
That zinged off the racket.
That was a nice, what we call flat hit, virtually no spin on it. Straight to the ball, boom. A little bit of wrist, but really it's all about power. From the elbow right down to the wrist. That's where the power was from that shot.
He's so far off the table to make this shot. A couple of zingers from Yan.
But he saw it coming. He was moving across a millisecond before the shot was taken because he analyzed where it was going.
Third game up for grabs for both China and Thailand in the men's doubles final. Well, they're both reaching a higher level now, and particularly this man here, Yan Shuo, is making very telling interventions in this final. That is a beautiful shot.
Yan committed fully to that one. It was either all or nothing, so that was great.
Game point for China. And that's perfectly placed again. The man in form wins the game. Great presence of mind to go for the spaces in the heat of the battle.
So much of this men's doubles 14 is about angle. It's about moving your opponent out of position and making them make poor choices with the ball, which allows the next ball to be the one you put away. So it's not about power hitting necessarily, it's about angle and placement.
So China 2-1 up against Thailand.
En demi-finale, victoire en demi-finale, 3 manches à 0 contre la paire française Berthier et Hérault. Les voici en finale.
They were playing quarterfinals against Chile, 3 and they won 3-0, and in semi-final they met Team France with Berthier and Hérault and won 3-0.
Yes, that was just purely a backspin serve. Not a lot of it, but it was enough to set the table, as we say, for the one after that, so it could be attacked.
Game number 4 incoming. Chinese pair hadn't lost a game en route to the final until just 10 minutes ago or so, when they lost their first, and they've come back strongly from there
4th game.
for the 2-1 lead.
Level.
It's interesting to me, John, how in a game of table tennis, someone's momentum can ebb and flow, and suddenly someone's hot and someone's not.
That's so true of all racket sports, but particularly in these cases, absolutely.
And it's Yan for China right now, who can do no wrong.
Bit of a lucky point off the net, but again, acknowledgement. There's nothing you can do about it. It happens. Just let it go and move on.
In a 20-year career of table tennis, they're going to even out, aren't they, those? It's about when they happen, I suppose.
Timing is everything, for sure. Again, Tom was setting up the table. Everything was about moving, middle when the time came. And you could just see it coming. Some really good strategy and tactics. Brilliant rally, brilliant. Definitely the rally, the highlight reel of this match. That was like unbelievably well placed.
First the coverage and the execution of that shot.
And look how far back the Thailand players were and still retaining good power on the strokes. I just don't know what to say. I'm speechless. These are such quality rallies. Shouldn't you think the point is over? It isn't over.
Sometimes winning a special point can spark a slew of them, but China makes sure they stop the momentum there. What do we have in store next?
He's telling him right now what kind of service he's going to put on the ball.
Into the body.
Excellent. And he did that by tapping his thumb on his racket. That was his signal.
Tony losing his balance, and Wongpong Hanasiri went for broke. They have a timeout now.
And that was a player timeout. Often coaches call, but players are entitled to call their own timeouts.
Yep.
And that's what happened there. So again, it was Yang Fong Harasia that called the timeout. He had a fall there too. He may want to just take a break. I think he's fine.
It's just a 1 minute timeout that you get, and by the time you've sat down, there's not long left to take on instructions, but words at this point, the right words, are at a premium, although maybe a little extra time for the medical timeout. We'll see.
You can see right over his shoulder would be the referee. Again, I would imagine the assistant referee. And he's gone past his time, but medical timeouts, you are allowed longer time. And I think it's at the discretion of the referee. That's why I was wondering, he just seemed to stop suddenly after his fall.
The man sitting down, Tani Yong, mentioned that he's the Olympic champion, the Paralympic champion from London. But he's had a varied and a fascinating career away from the table as well. Because of his Paralympic exploits, he's in demand as a motivational speaker as well, and he's even spoken to the employees of a brewery company in Thailand before. They've had him in to speak to their company, the corporate world, looking to learn from the para-table tennis world and what Tani Yom's managed to achieve in his career. 37 years of age now, the man who's about to serve, and his partner as well, age similarly, 37 too. Now the elder of the pair in this final. Man there, Jan Shaw, he's the youngest, just 29.
Oh, wow. That is fabulous, because the Taiwanese team went for it and would just return with an even stronger attack. That's the third incredible rally in this game, let alone the match. It's absolutely super fantastic table tennis.
Look at this, this takes the edge of the table.
And he returned it.
And Thailand really needed that point as well. Does that act as a point to change momentum?
Yep. Thank you. 6-8.
Incredible patience by the Chinese team. They didn't try to do anything special with the ball. They just kept returning it and retrieving it and retrieving it and forcing, again, the Thailand team to make an error.
And Tani Yom beside himself. He's put plenty of those away in this gold medal contest. And they're hanging tough, Thailand here. Just about keeping themselves in the conversation for the third game. The third game for China if they win it, and that would be the match and the gold medal.
brilliant. Again, I hate to keep using this word, but it's brilliant. It's just really good table tennis. That ball was a bit high, and it was crushed.
Brilliant is the word, and it's 3 match points, and it is the match. It's the gold medal for China. They come back from 1-love down. Thailand took a game off this Chinese pair, the only team to do that in the competition, but the retaliation, the comeback was swift. And once they hit their straps, they were unstoppable. The 4 seeds take the gold medal. It's China glory in the table tennis arena. For Liao Ke and Yan Shuo, they are the Paralympic champions in men's doubles. Well, last year at home in China, they won the silver medal at the Asian Para Games. That was their first landmark result, and based on that, they knew they had something that could go to Paris and could succeed. And they've come out on top. But a silver medal for Thailand as well. The #1 seeds putting together a fine campaign, and really in this match for many of the points, and a couple of moments that might have gone their way and things could have been very different. That's always the way with table tennis, though, John.
I think it's where it is, Jack, in every sport. It is what it is. You give it everything you have, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything, and you leave it on the table or on the pitch, wherever the sport is, and you look back and you say, I gave everything I had.
For Pitsit Panasiri and his teammate Rong Tanayom, Thailand's silver medal. It's their first silver medal of these Paralympic Games as well. They have won bronzes already, but this is the first silver, and Thailand as a team still looking for their first gold here in Paris. For the Chinese, it's a 7th gold medal in table tennis in Paris. A sport which is adored, which is followed, which is practiced at recreational level in parks. There are table tennis tables which are in the 10s, in the 20s when you go to public parks in China. It is their sport. And Liao Ke and Yan Shuo doing what's expected of them. There's always that expectation on any Chinese pair in any competition that they will come out on top. That's just the way things are. They handled it.
Women's doubles and mixed doubles, and China, People's Republic of China, won just 7.
What a match, John.
It was a great match to watch. You know, again, it's just the intensity, and this well, WD or men's 14. It's about placement. It's not about ripping the name off the ball with topspin. It's about moving the ball around. It's like a chess game. You look for the opportunity to make that move that will set you up for that shot that can put the ball away. It could be angle, it could be a short drop ball in the middle, it could be long to your body. It's utilizing the table, again, strategically, more than just full power, and that's what you saw. And some great retrieving.
And the numbers breaking things down for us, but it was quality of some of those points, which is really something that can't quite be defined, but watch the game with us through all the way through. You know what we're talking about. So the gold medal match won by China. Great Britain and France with the bronze medals.